It's Christmas Day, 2025, and while most families are gathered around the tree, one driver on Florida's Interstate 4 is busy unwrapping a felony. A Florida Highway Patrol trooper clocked a vehicle flying well over the limit, and when the sirens started wailing, the driver decided to turn the holiday into a 100-mile-per-hour pursuit.
Yeah, Illinois, and go ahead and show them 31, 033 north side.
No, 1031, station 10 where there's traffic.
Go back I-4 westbound.
What's the traffic, what's the speed?
Speeds are 80, traffic light. Speeds are 108, traffic light.
No more speeds, 108, light traffic. 90, 22. Got it.
1337. The driver looks to be a white female, long hair, and a bunch.
As the chase progressed, the suspect began weaving through traffic and using the shoulder to blast past other cars, reckless maneuvers that put every other holiday traveler at risk. Due to packed highway, the trooper was in a very bad situation to make any moves that would potentially stop this suspect.
Give me a front passenger in the vehicle.
Front passenger in the vehicle as well.
Exit 33rd.
Support vehicle exiting at 33.
The signal for the concrete wall. Still going.
Support signal for the wall, still going.
Clear left, clear right. Let me see your hand! Let me see your hand! Matt, go on the ground! Sorry. On the ground!
I'm sorry. I'm on the ground.
The driver was taken into custody without a fight, but the real gifts were found inside the car: a burnt glass pipe and several handheld blowtorches, evidence often found when drivers are operating under the influence during these high-stakes runs. After a medical evaluation, the driver's Christmas journey ended with a one-way trip to the Polk County Jail. While clearing a traffic stop, the trooper received a BOL for a reckless red Kia sedan being followed by a caller. The caller provided updates describing the Kia passing at high speed, swerving across the road, and nearly causing a head-on collision with a southbound vehicle. As the vehicle approached St. John's city limits, St. John's PD officer Bradbury located and stopped it near Baldwinsea and Traverse St. for speeding. The trooper arrived as the third unit on the scene, but as the officers approached the Kia, the driver suddenly fled in the vehicle.
If you continue to the northbound freeway exit, should be taken. Turn corner.
Right behind. It's going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way.
Everyone, you're trying to go
Wrong
the
way,
wrong way
147.
on the freeway. You're now on the wrong way going up. Go the wrong way on the freeway.
When the suspect slowed down, the trooper attempted a pit maneuver but ended up in a ditch. Acting quickly, the trooper recovered and resumed the pursuit.
I'm working on right here.
I roll on the extra working over.
305
Northbound coming up to, I think it's going to be Road.
Northbound 127 from Boulder. We can get behind him if you want to take over radio with the grid.
707 northbound, passing Livingston.
Passing Livingston.
Due to the suspect's high speed and reckless driving, he lost a tire, making his escape go from difficult to impossible.
He just lost a tire, lost front tire.
1147 lost the front tire. For the absolute heaven, you were told to terminate.
Hey, firm, I'm pulling off.
Clear. Terminated 1451.
He's turning, he's doing U-U-E. He's coming up to southbound now.
Sorry.
Hands are out. We're gonna get him in custody, felony stop.
Their hands are out, felony stop.
Realizing escape was futile, the suspect came to a complete stop and surrendered. He was arrested and taken into custody without further incident, bringing the chase to an end. On September 12, 2022, Trooper Ethan Carlton was on a routine patrol when one biker flew past him at high rate of speed. Trooper turned around immediately and tried to catch up to the biker with emergency lights and sirens activated. The biker definitely saw a trooper as he continued driving at high rate of speed, but the trooper, after 5 minutes, finally got closer to the biker. As a trooper exited patrol car, he pulled the biker on the ground and arrested him. The biker was arrested and taken into custody. However, I would like to hear your opinions. Did Trooper overreacted in this situation, or he handled the situation well? On 20th, 2023, a woman was pulled over for speeding, but the moment she stopped on the side of the road, she took off. The trooper who stopped her quickly notified dispatch and called for backup. Moments later, Trooper Jacob Bird responded and took over the pursuit as the primary unit.
What kind of speed is you traveling now? 21, if you can end it, tear them out before they get to the state line.
After the woman lost a tire, Trooper Bird was ready to end it right then, but others advised waiting, thinking she might pull over. However, as the chase went on, it became clear that she had no intention of stopping.
You gotta take a 64D in the wholesale. Spit it out.
27, is it over or are they still in pursuit?
Trooper Bird has dealt with plenty of fast supercars in the past and stopped them with ease, and this was just another day at the office for the legend. The woman was taken out of the vehicle, arrested, and taken into custody without further incident. March 4th, 2025, when Trooper Bird spotted a gray Toyota Avalon on I-430 with no rear plate and failing to stay in its lane. After attempting a traffic stop, the driver continued to roll slowly, acting suspicious and ignoring commands. The vehicle finally stopped at a Circle K, where Bird got a clear view of the driver under the gas station lights.
Driver! Turn the car off!
$10.37, they're wrong. $10.37. Please don't turn up ahead. Speeds are 70, no traffic right now. Notify LRPD, please. He just crashed out. Just crashed out before the stagecoach. Black male, red pants, white shirt. He's running into the woods.
After the driver ran into the woods and gained distance, Trooper Bird chose not to pursue blindly and waited for backup. He secured the vehicle and found THC wax and the suspect's phone inside. With help from LRPD and NLRPD, a perimeter was set, and a K-9 unit and drone were used to search the area. Despite multiple sweeps, the suspect was not found. However, his identity was confirmed through records and appearance, and warrants are being pursued for fleeing, drug possession, reckless driving, and several traffic violations. On June 16, 2023, Trooper Evans spotted a blue Mustang speeding and attempted to conduct a traffic stop after the driver pulled into a gas station. But instead of complying, the driver put the Mustang in drive and fled the stop, initiating a pursuit.
TVI, roll over. TVI, roll over.
Trooper Evan executed a maneuver that sent the suspect straight into a ditch, successfully bringing the vehicle to a stop. The driver was arrested and taken into custody without further incident, officially bringing the chase to an end. In Franklin County, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office became involved in a pursuit of a stolen vehicle. Little did anyone know, this chase would turn into one of the most tragic pursuits in the county's history. It all started when an officer located the stolen vehicle and activated emergency lights and sirens. But, as expected, the suspect failed to stop, kicking off what would become a crazy and tragic pursuit. One trooper was in position, ready to deploy spike strips. As the suspect approached, the trooper deployed them, but the attempt was unsuccessful. The suspect kept fleeing, refusing to stop. As the trooper exited the highway, the suspect continued driving recklessly, running a red light and swerving into oncoming traffic. What happened next would go down as one of the most tragic pursuits in the county's history.
Hey, listen, passing Hamilton Square, still going about 60. We're going into southbound lanes of travel. Or north.
As a pedestrian tried to cross the road, the suspect struck him, and tragically he lost his life on the spot, just for trying to cross the street. It was a heartbreaking moment. What makes it even worse is that the suspect kept fleeing as if nothing had happened. That's truly beyond belief. The suspect eventually came to a stop and, along with all of the passengers, exited the vehicle and began fleeing on foot. The trooper pursued them in the patrol car before coming to a stop, exiting the vehicle and giving chase on foot. With multiple troopers now involved in the pursuit, all of the suspects were apprehended. The suspect who had struck the 61-year-old pedestrian was arrested, but tragically he passed away 3 months later in the hospital due to injuries sustained during the chase. 9th, 2024, Melina Logan arrived at Honda of South Miami on S. Dixie Highway to test drive a new 2024 Honda Civic. During the test drive, Logan waited for the salesperson to exit the car and then drove away. The Miami-Dade Police Department alerted law enforcement agencies to look out for the stolen vehicle. Later, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted the car heading northbound on State Road 826 near NW 74th Street and initiated a traffic stop. Logan refused to pull over, continuing to drive recklessly at high speeds on SR 826, weaving through traffic and ignoring the trooper's emergency lights and sirens.
I'm behind it, 1560 behind it, southbound 826, approaching 58.
We're southbound now, approaching 58th Street. Southbound now on the road, getting to
Logan's driving became increasingly reckless, showing complete disregard for the safety of others on the busy highway. She weaved through lanes at high speeds, endangering every motorist around her. Despite the heavy traffic, her reckless maneuvers continued.
We're trying to catch up to him. I'm trying to get to him, but what's that to me?
Southbound approaching 36. Southbound approaching 36.
How do you take?
74, that's 74.
Hey, we're still southbound. It's approaching 2,000 Street.
Go behind it.
She's still going for a vehicle? She's still going southbound.
Logan took the pursuit to the shoulder lane, colliding with multiple vehicles and causing severe damage to her car. Despite the extensive damage, she showed no signs of surrender and attempted to keep the car moving, further escalating the danger for everyone on the road.
The exit to 25 Street, Miami, start fire. Anybody start fire?
Logan eventually exited the vehicle and, in a final attempt to evade capture, jumped into a nearby river. Officers quickly arrested her and took her into custody. The 27-year-old suspect faced multiple charges, including grand theft, aggravated, fleeing and eluding, resisting an officer without violence, and leaving the scene of a crash involving injuries. On Monday, June 3, 2024, Trooper was patrolling when he observed a white Nissan Versa. After running the license plate, he confirmed the vehicle was uninsured and activated his blue lights to initiate a traffic stop. The driver took the exit onto Wood Springs Road, traveling at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. At a red light on Parker Road and Southwest Drive, the trooper commanded the driver to pull into a parking lot, but she refused. As traffic resumed, she accelerated across Southwest Drive and onto the southbound ramp. The trooper then notified dispatch that he was in pursuit.
Up here on Wood Springs, she hadn't stopped yet. We're about 40 miles an hour.
The trooper decided to follow the suspect to see if she would pull over on her own. If she did not comply, he planned to wait for an opportunity to execute a pit maneuver to safely bring the chase to an end.
CFS comments added.
Stop. Pull into the parking lot. No, pull into the parking lot.
When the suspect got stuck at a traffic light due to heavy congestion, she noticed the trooper exiting his vehicle and gesturing as if she should pull over. However, the trooper didn't have time to get closer as the light turned green and the cars in front of the suspect began to move.
Just got back on the interstate.
Northbound from southwest on top of the
TBI.
Not moving.
She went down as dead. She got back out.
CFS
Going
comments.
northbound on top of the
when the trooper executed the first pit maneuver, the suspect managed to recover and continued fleeing. However, as the trooper got closer and attempted the pit maneuver again, the outcome was different this time, successfully bringing the pursuit to an end.
Yeah, I started 1016.
The pit maneuver caused the suspect's vehicle to spin out and crash into a concrete barrier, resulting in significant damage. The suspect came to a stop, and the trooper exited his patrol car to arrest her, taking her into custody without further incident, effectively bringing the chase to an end. On April 22, 2025, in Clayton County, Georgia, deputies spot a silver 2015 Jeep Cherokee that had just been reported stolen. They move in for the stop, and 17-year-old Tyler Simpson makes his decision immediately. He floors it, and the chase is on.
Hey, go ahead and take him off the road. Right there, John. Behind him.
I'm clear. Can you readvise the location?
In the pursuit of the vehicle. Alright, he's gonna be over 90. Speed gonna be over 90. Turning lane. Approaching Kendrick.
I'm clear on speed over 90. I'm approaching Kendrick.
Give somebody notify Sheriff 1, please.
I'm clear. What's it?
Just go in and out of traffic, center lane. Continue westbound. I'll be calling. We'll be here westbound, we're coming up on turn around, lane traffic speed 7 miles per hour.
I'm clear. Thank you.
You all on Taylor, I got spikes. It's all on Taylor.
I'm clear on northbound Taylor Road.
Simpson is weaving through traffic with complete disregard for everyone around him. And 2 pit attempts later, he is still going, harder to stop than anyone expected. But with that many units behind him, the real question was never if they would stop him. It was just a matter of when.
One of those units need to go ahead and pit this vehicle. Rambo, go ahead and pit this car. I got spikes. Let me hit the spikes. That one to that trail, you're going to need to hit the unit cover if you can't get it. Alright, we're coming up on zero drive and tail speed 65 miles per hour. Hey, I'll stand by on the pig, grab some traction.
I'm clear.
Yeah, we're approaching 138 at the time. Speed's going to be 52 miles per hour.
I'm clear on 138.
Stand by on the pig. Stand by on the pig. Got too much traffic.
With the pits coming up empty, a trooper gets ahead and positions with stop sticks. Now it is just a matter of waiting for the right moment to deploy them and letting the suspect drive straight into what he does not see coming.
Good spikes, good spikes, good spikes. All right, that's a good hit on the spike. That's a good hit on the spike.
They can't confirm on spikes. And that's going to be a good hit on the spike. Good hit on the spike. He's going to be going eastbound on 138. Eastbound on 138. The gas station, 138 and Kendrick.
I'm clear on 138 in Kendrick.
Hey,
I'm clear on 5th.
okay.
After several pits in quick succession, Simpson finally exits the vehicle and surrenders right there on the spot. Theft by taking fleeing, reckless driving, no license. And when investigators dig deeper, Simpson admits he was already on probation for stealing a car. 17 years old, and the lesson clearly did not stick the first time around. A judge is consulted and he is transported to the Marta K. Glaze Regional Youth Detention Center with a lot of time ahead to think about whether the second lesson will. Georgia State Trooper was on routine patrol when spots not one but two challengers running together and pulling away from traffic at high speed. He lights them up and both drivers make the exact same decision at the exact same moment. They run. One trooper, two cars, and backup nowhere close enough to matter right now, and somehow he has to keep both of them in his sight, long enough for help to arrive.
Stand by, Atlanta. 1080 times 2, 1080 times 2, gray Charger and a white one, or excuse me, Challenger. Gray Challenger and a white Challenger, no 28 on either one of them.
Where you at?
John Wesley Dobbs passing Ellis. Going to the interstate, going connector south. Coming up to 20. You can see cars.
To the right.
All right, yeah, they're trying to take I-20 together. Still coming up to I-20.
Coming up, I-20.
Staying south on the connector. Coming up to Fulton Street.
Just think about how difficult it is to chase one challenger on a highway. And now picture one trooper all by himself, chasing two of them at the same time. No backup, no support, just one trooper holding it together alone while units scramble from every direction to get there.
We're putting it together, coming up on 160.
Might be passing 166 right now. Give me just a second. Yeah, passing 166.
Coming up on 85.
All right, passing up 85, staying 75 south, Cleveland, 75 south, passing Cleveland. All right, one is exiting on Cleveland, one staying on the interstate. I'm taking the one on the interstate.
The white Challenger peels off at an exit and the trooper makes a split-second decision. He stays locked on the black Charger and lets the other units run down the white one.
Riverdale, notify Clayton County, Atlanta, notify Clayton County, we're exiting on to Riverdale.
Acting on Riverdale.
Southbound Riverdale, almost 1050. Still going. We're passing up Clayton County units now, stand by.
Passing Clayton County units.
Pit, I'm trying to get him off the road, get him disabled, stand by. All right, stand by. Multiple pits and contacts.
The pit connects and the Charger was stopped, and before the suspect even has a second to think about his next move, there are guns pointed at him from every direction. He takes one look at the situation and the decision makes itself, hands up, and it is over. Arrested within seconds and taken into custody without any further incident, bringing this chase to a close and leaving the suspect to face every consequence that comes with the choices he made tonight. On August 29, 2024, Corporal Arnold was patrolling eastbound on Interstate 30 near the 76-mile marker when he observed a black Dodge Charger following a semi-truck too closely. As Corporal Arnold caught up to the vehicle, it suddenly slowed down significantly below the posted speed limit. Corporal Arnold activated his blue lights to initiate a traffic stop near the 78-mile marker, but the suspect vehicle continued to travel at a reduced speed, eventually exiting the interstate. The suspect vehicle pulled over at a mobile gas station where the traffic stop was set to take place. As soon as Corporal Arnold approached the suspect vehicle, the driver hit the gas pedal and fled the stop, initiating a pursuit. The black Dodge Charger accelerated away from the gas station, prompting Corporal Arnold to follow in an effort to apprehend the suspect and bring the dangerous situation under control. The suspect drove recklessly at speeds exceeding 140 miles per hour, weaving in and out of traffic and even passing vehicles on the shoulder lane. This reckless behavior significantly escalated the danger of the pursuit, posing a serious risk not only to the suspect, but also to other drivers on the road. Corporal Arnold was forced to navigate the high-speed chase carefully, prioritizing public safety while attempting to apprehend the fleeing suspect. The pursuit continued to the 88-mile marker, where traffic began to slow down, leaving the suspect vehicle with limited options. Corporal Arnold attempted a TVI maneuver as the suspect vehicle turned directly into him. This collision resulted in disabling damage to both the suspect's vehicle and Corporal Arnold's patrol car. The suspect was taken into custody without further incident. Mr. Penny was subsequently transported to the Clark County Detention Center and booked on the following charges: following too closely, fleeing by vehicle, criminal use of property, reckless driving. On July 12, 2023, Trooper James was notified of a pursuit heading eastbound on Interstate 40 from the 256-mile marker. As the Tesla driver approached his position, Trooper James joined the pursuit. Trooper James quickly became the primary unit in the pursuit. Spike strips were prepared and deployed. However, they failed to deflate any of the Tesla's tires.
Looks like they parked it.
Yeah, somebody's spiked him. He's still over rider.
He's still 40 on the shoulder. He's still 40. Hold traffic, hit it.
Trooper Trooper James attempted to conduct the pit maneuver, but was unable to stop the suspect. He made another attempt moments later, but that too was unsuccessful.
I got it. Busting that tire.
The Tesla driver was successfully stopped and arrested, with the suspect taken into custody without further incident. 2023, Trooper Jacob Bird was patrolling what seemed like a quiet night until a black vehicle flew past him, going over the speed limit. Bird lit it up with lights and sirens for what looked like a routine stop. The driver even threw on a turn signal but didn't pull over. As they approached the exit, Bird already knew this wasn't going to be a stop and it was going to be a chase. And the suspect had no idea he just triggered a pursuit with one of Arkansas's most relentless troopers. The road stayed clear for most of the chase, which on one hand was a relief because fewer innocent drivers in harm's way, but on the other hand, it gave the suspect plenty of room to push the pedal down and hit dangerous speeds. What he didn't count on was Trooper Bird, because if there's one thing faster than a fleeing suspect, it's Bird in pursuit. The suspect blasted through intersections like red lights didn't exist, while Trooper Bird eased up just enough to avoid a disaster. That gave the suspect a bit of breathing room, but only for a moment, because the next time Bird closed the gap, there was no more running, and when a suspicious bag went flying from the suspect's window, backup units quickly swooped in and secured the evidence.
Me. Close the door and walk backwards to me, facing away from me. Keep walking backwards, keep walking backwards, keep walking backwards.
Okay. Turn away from us and walk backwards to us. Keep coming, keep coming. Put your hands on your gun. I'm getting you out of everyone else's way is what I'm doing.
After Trooper Bird brought the vehicle to a hard stop, each occupant was pulled out and arrested one by one. No resistance, no more running. Once again, Trooper Bird delivered justice with precision, and these suspects learned the hard way. Why you never run from the Arkansas State Police, especially not from Trooper Jacob Bird. 2022, Trooper Jacob Bird spotted a vehicle flying over the speed limit. He activated his lights and sirens, and for a second it looked like the driver might pull over. The vehicle slowed down and stopped at a red light, but the moment it turned green, he hit the gas. Trooper Bird didn't hesitate after that, and he called the pursuit.
We're going south on Broadway. Going into 17th and Broadway, the gas station. Going back north on Broadway now. Successful start to we're crossing 630. Still heading north 9th Street.
Successful start day, still north towards 9th. Probably right on the entry of the
Now left onto North.
Even after landing a perfect GPS dart, Trooper Bird stayed in the chase, determined to bring it to an end. The suspect kept weaving through traffic, but Bird had seen enough. He stayed locked in, reading every move, and when the right moment came, he didn't hesitate. He took it and shut the whole thing down.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Put your hands up! Do not move! Do not move! Keep your hands up!
What's location on
I got a rock. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Left hand. Keep your right hand up now. Get out of the car. You didn't have to run either. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Step over there, Bird. Get on your shirt.
Hey, I swear to God, bro, y'all don't have to do that to me, man. Listen.
Give me a left hand.
Can y'all listen to me?
No, I'm not listening to
Man,
you.
all I was doing was waiting on my sister.
No, you weren't. You weren't waiting on nobody. If you were waiting on somebody, you would have stopped.
Listen, sir, she's gonna pull up now.
They don't care where she's
I was
doing.
gonna turn up in here.
You're about to go to jail now, so.
I understand that. Listen, I was gonna turn up in here, but you veered me off the road.
You can see the worry over the driver's voice, wondering what comes next. But that's the thing. He had a choice. He could have complied, but instead he ran. Thankfully, he was taken into custody without further incident. And one thing's for sure, he didn't get behind the wheel again anytime soon. Let's hope the lesson finally hit home. On July 9th, 2022, Trooper Bird spotted a Dodge Charger blowing past the speed limit. He quickly moved in behind the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver didn't hesitate, and the pursuit quickly spiraled out of control.
South on Shackford, heads for Crumbly.
South on Shackford,
Past 36. Headed toward Asher. Got a front right passenger.
The passenger could be seen sticking his hands out of the window, maybe trying to signal he wanted out, but the driver wasn't stopping. Pushing the Charger over 100 miles per hour, the suspect was making this pursuit more dangerous by the second. But if there's one thing we know, it's that a chase is in safe hands when Trooper Bird is involved.
What's your state like that?
We just turned right to go back to the stagecoach. We're on stagecoach 824. Speeds 80, light traffic. Speeds 100. Trying to get into a neighborhood back to the stage show. Speed 70.
Show me your hands!
If there's one thing that's become a constant in these chases, it's how quickly Trooper Bird shuts them down. The way he brings these pursuits to an end is absolutely incredible.
Right now! Right now! Quit talking. Keep your hands up!
I just put them out at Lane Hart.
All you had to do is stop and take a ticket. Now you're going to jail. Everybody just keep your hands up. Step out, face away from us. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Turn around. Walk backwards to me. Turn around, walk back to me. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Get her. Step out. Face away from me. Face away from me.
Trooper Bird arrested all the occupants and took them into custody. Bringing this wild chase to an end is probably the most common car involved in chases, and that was the case on November 27, 2022, when Trooper Bird spotted a black Charger driving recklessly and doing donuts at an intersection. When Bird tried to pull him over, the driver did what every other Charger driver seems to do. He hit the gas and fled, kicking off a high-speed pursuit.
We're going east on Carnival, east on Carnival.
East on Carnival.
Still eastbound on Asher. Past Memphis Light. Speed 90. Still eastbound.
Eastbound on Asher, going up to Roosevelt.
Staying straight, right avenue. Straight to the right.
Straight to the right avenue.
The suspect pushed the Charger to over 130 miles per hour, which is absolutely insane, considering the area where the pursuit was unfolding.
Dragon 092, Steve with Tom, Edward 092, CT, Black House Charger.
Secondary. I can't remember these roads are safe.
10-4, he just crashed out. Still eastbound, right? We'll stop here.
Show your hands!
When Trooper Bird tried to close the gap, the suspect hit the gas again, but a little too hard, sending the Charger off the road and straight into a tree. Bird jumped out of his patrol car and quickly took the suspect into custody, bringing this wild chase to an abrupt end. Of a white Audi was enjoying a late-night ride and pushing way over the speed limit. What he didn't notice was the patrol car he flew past, and that patrol car just happened to be Trooper Jacob Bird. Bird activated his lights and sirens to conduct a stop. The driver slowed down like he was about to pull over, but he never stopped, and Trooper Bird gave a chase. As the chase progressed, Trooper Bird closed the distance and deployed a GPS dart, successfully attaching it to the suspect's car. From that point on, he could have backed off and let the system track the suspect down. But Trooper Bird chose to keep going and finish the job himself.
There's one lane on eastbound River Bridge.
That's at 440 and that's at 530, so eastbound, 100 miles an hour.
As the chase entered a construction zone, the suspect managed to gain some distance, but Bird quickly closed the gap. That's probably when the suspect realized exactly who he was dealing with, because out of nowhere, he just slowed down.
I'm passing D.
He's over outside the roadway, turning left. Turn left, he's coming to a stop. We turn left onto West 8th Avenue.
Yeah, that's what you do.
The suspect was taken out of the vehicle and arrested without incident. Alexander Police Department responded to the scene and took custody of the suspect, transporting him to the safe. On April 14, 2024 at 10:42 a.m., Trooper Akins observed a maroon vehicle speeding at 117 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone on State Road 91. After activating lights and sirens, the driver failed to stop, continuing northbound and passing vehicles at speeds up to 120 miles per hour. Trooper Schumann joined the pursuit as the vehicle drove on the right shoulder and grass, continuing into Sumter County. The pursuit remained at high speeds with no signs of slowing down.
Coming in with traffic now, coming past the left lane now, turn the left lane, coming in. Going that way, that's the way.
Inside shoulder, 105.
The suspect was driving at high speeds, passing vehicles dangerously close and showing no regard for the safety of others on the road. Troopers knew they had to stop the suspect as soon as possible, as he was endangering the lives of everyone on the road.
You might be taking the extra one.
Just want to take an extra two on that. Walk down right now.
I held up on the bed.
Get on 75 here, about 100 now.
After 5 minutes, the trooper finally managed to catch up to the suspect, getting close enough to execute a pit maneuver. The pit maneuver was executed successfully, and the suspect was arrested and taken into custody, bringing the chase to an end. On Monday, April 1st, 2024, an Arkansas state trooper attempted to stop a vehicle traveling eastbound on Interstate 40 near exit 265 in Crittenden County. The driver, identified as Courtney Ridgway, 28, of Smyrna, Tennessee, failed to stop, leading to a pursuit by the troopers.
White Ford Fusion, 265, the exit eastbound.
City standby.
1037. 10 tag.
As the suspect accelerated, the trooper lost sight of the vehicle in the darkness but continued to pursue. A few moments later, the trooper was surprised to see the suspect's vehicle suddenly appear ahead.
Right down.
Roll over, give me a 1016.
10-4.
With him.
Show me your hands! Get on the ground! Show me your hands!
Are you okay?
Crawl out!
Are you okay?
The suspect lost control of the vehicle, causing it to roll upside down. Troopers quickly approached the wreck and arrested the suspect and all passengers without further incident. They were all taken into custody, bringing the high-speed chase to a close. On January 29, 2023, Trooper Tyler Langley of the Arkansas State Police was conducting routine patrol on Interstate 40, eastbound, when he noticed a white Maserati with tags registered to a 2010 Kia Optima. Trooper Langley initiated his emergency lights to conduct a traffic stop for the fictitious tags. Instead of stopping, the vehicle ran a stop sign and continued southbound, even driving into oncoming traffic through a red light. At this point, Trooper Langley activated his siren, officially initiating a pursuit.
66 Little Rock, 1037.
suspect continued driving recklessly, showing complete disregard for the safety of others on the road. Swerving through lanes and ignoring traffic signals, the situation became increasingly dangerous for everyone involved.
Taking Oak Street exit. Speaker 78.
80 miles an hour. Resume.
Turning right now for the Circle B store.
The suspect sped away at a high rate, followed closely by another trooper who managed to perform a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to turn around. However, the suspect quickly regained control and attempted to flee in the opposite direction, only to be stopped by the pursuing trooper. The suspect was successfully stopped and arrested, bringing the dangerous chase to a safe conclusion. On Monday, September 23, 2024, Trooper was alerted by dispatch that Sequoia County, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma Highway Police were pursuing two vehicles eastbound on I-40 into Arkansas. Seapalumbo Court Williams positioned himself at the 3-mile marker. At 2:30 p.m., he began trailing a black Chevrolet Tahoe with California tags, pursuing it at speeds over 100 miles per hour. The vehicle took the I-540 southbound exit where CPLR's Williams executed a TVI. The Tahoe briefly left the roadway but regained control and continued fleeing south on I-540.
I hit him, but he recovered.
He recovered.
Taking 2-8.
I get that down, right? Just sit down, mate. You try to let you go find that number.
Corporal Williams attempted the TVI once again, but this time it was unsuccessful, and the suspect continued to flee.
20, 1022. Careful, he's locking them up on us.
Now let's go out to the Twin Bridges to try to set up fire.
10-4, 19 Sunnyside.
19 Sunnyside.
West Lane, 130, coming up to Bridges.
West Lane 130 at Twin Bridges.
Even spike strips were deployed in an attempt to stop the suspect. The spike strips were successful, leaving the suspect to escape with deflated tires.
We're right here at the school. He lost the tire, I believe.
10-4 at the middle school.
6, is he on the rim? I think.
He's on the rim. Every time I try for a hit, there's a car coming. There's a tractor up here, be careful.
We're making a turn. He's correct that.
As expected, the suspect lost control of his vehicle and crashed into a ditch. He exited the vehicle and attempted to flee on foot, but was quickly apprehended and taken into custody without further incident. During a search of his vehicle, officers discovered 240 pounds of meth, 2.2 pounds of fentanyl, and $4,300 in cash. Approximately 2 p.m., as this incident began, officers with the Charles County Sheriff's Office responded to the Acton Lane in Waldorf for reports of a woman being assaulted by a man in a parking lot and a possible carjacking. Then Charles County Sheriff's officers responded and located the suspect, who decided to flee.
I'm behind it. He almost went head on with me. I'm behind it.
South Carolina behind us, southbound 205. Southbound 205, number 1 lane, speed to 75. South Carolina, number 1 lane, traffic is light, speed to 100. South Carolina, Castle Idlewood, speed 102, number 2 lane, 0 traffic.
Flying down the roadway at a reckless pace, the suspect miscalculated his turn. The vehicle slammed into a curb, launching it across lanes and into the opposite side of the road.
The accident, 1050.
The chase ended deadly for the suspect. After losing control, the suspect slammed head-on into an oncoming truck, the violent impact instantly bringing the pursuit to a close. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. The truck driver walked away without injuries, though shaken by the terrifying events that unfolded right in front of him. One more reminder that in a high-speed pursuit, it only takes a split second for everything to go from reckless to irreversible. On May 20th, 2023 at 3:21 p.m., Trooper Jackson Shoemate, along with Trooper Van Schoik and Trooper Escamilla, initiated a traffic stop on a black GMC Sierra. The vehicle was known to be driven by Christopher Monroe, who was wanted for drug trafficking charges out of Sherwood Police Department. He also had an active warrant out of Rockwall County, Texas, for evading in a motor vehicle entered just 10 days prior. Monroe had fled from the Arkansas State Police on May 4th, 2023, and again on May 19th, 2023. Due to Monroe's criminal history and fleeing history, troopers attempted to box him in to prevent him from fleeing and becoming a danger to the public. However, Monroe was able to maneuver out of the box and rammed into Trooper Escamilla's patrol vehicle as she attempted to block him. He then began to flee the scene.
Yeah, he's fleeing. Got it. We're up volume for the house. 22 out of 29 to 70 southbound of 2, trying to catch up to a black GMC with a 28 player, 175, young extra trucker. Information, you ran my vehicle. Burgundy 67 south at Retain. He's doing it.
Thirty westbound. Fast Curtis Sykes, medium traffic, speeds 80. Coming up to 6th Street, got medium to heavy traffic, speeds 80 miles an hour.
Coming up 6th Street, medium heavy traffic, speeds 80 right now.
Trooper Shoemate then took primary in the pursuit. Throughout the pursuit, Monroe drove in a reckless manner that showed no regard for the public's safety. Even in the construction zone with packed lanes on both sides, he managed to somehow get in between, weaving through tight spaces at dangerous speeds. But the troopers, for now, managed to stay right behind him, refusing to let him out of their sight despite the extremely hazardous conditions.
Passing Roosevelt, you got light traffic, speeds 100. Got south interchange. Staying towards 530, taking 440. Taking 440 eastbound.
Taking 440 eastbound.
As the chase progressed, Trooper Shoemate was left alone with this suspect as all the other backup trailed behind. But even Trooper Shoemate had lost distance from the suspect, still managing to keep him under sight. When it was looking like he might get away, Monroe made a crucial mistake at the intersection. He kinda didn't even know where he wanted to turn and only got himself in trouble. That hesitation gave Trooper Shoemate the opening he needed to close the gap and regain control of the pursuit.
Looks like we're going to be going south on MLK. Sorry, I got cut off. I'm trying to catch back up.
Eastbound Roosevelt.
Eastbound Roosevelt.
Got a pig, got a rollover.
Hit and rollover.
After the pit, Monroe was taken into custody without further incident. The following was found in the vehicle: 64 grams of ecstasy, 100 grams of meth, 436 grams of cocaine, 89 grams of fentanyl pills, 182 grams of marijuana, 12 grams of heroin, 46 grams of Xanax, $8,612 in cash, a Taurus handgun, and various drug paraphernalia. Monroe was charged with trafficking fentanyl, trafficking cocaine, possession with purpose to deliver drugs, felony fleeing, simultaneous possession of drugs and a firearm, unauthorized use of property, aggravated assault on law enforcement, possession of a firearm by certain persons, possession of drug paraphernalia, and various traffic charges. On July 19, 2022, Arkansas State Police troopers initiated a high-speed chase with a driver who fled a traffic stop in a rental Chevy Silverado. The pursuit began around 7:20 p.m. near Van Buren, when the driver of the black pickup truck sped off from the stop. Trooper Matthew Price soon joined the chase as the suspect weaved through traffic, recklessly blowing through intersections at high speeds, endangering everyone on the road.
Speed's 100, we're coming up to Twin Bridges.
10-4, speed 100, coming up to Twin Bridges.
21 now would be a good time. We're passing the storage unit place here on 64, speed's 100.
10-4, speed's 100.
He keeps trying to dodge 21's pit. He's swerving all over the place. Speed's 83. 21 is trying. He's trying pretty hard to get him pitted out.
The suspect displayed reckless behavior from the start, speeding well over the posted limit and dangerously passing other vehicles with little room to spare. Each time Trooper Price attempted to get close for a pit maneuver, the driver swerved between lanes and brake-checked the trooper, making it difficult to safely execute the maneuver and escalating the danger for everyone involved.
4-4 Smith, let Franklin County know also. 10-4 Franklin County.
We're passing, coming up to the golf course, River Valley Golf Course. Speed's 95.
10-4 River Valley, speed's 95.
He's still trying to pit him out. Speed's 95. The guy's still swerving. Still light traffic.
4 to 21, if you take a little pressure off of him, see if he'll slow down some, and we'll just try to keep him right.
As the trooper made a left turn during the pursuit, he was accidentally rammed by another trooper. Despite this collision, the suspect managed to continue fleeing at high speed, and the intense chase carried on with law enforcement still in hot pursuit.
21, just keep behind him until you get there. If you find a safe space to pit, go ahead if he slows down.
Exit 20.
Yeah, boy, exit 20, still on 64.
Yeah, we're eastbound on 64, coming towards Mulberry.
10-4, eastbound on 64, coming in Mulberry.
Alright, we continued on, passing Dollar General, speed's 85. 21, you're going to have to get up here.
10-4, passing Dollar General, speed's 85.
Alright, we're coming up to Merle Lane, it looked like, Merle Lane.
10-4, Merle Lane, 64, eastbound. I can get this unit out of my way.
The truck has driver's side damage now from my pit.
10-4, driver's side damage.
He's passing somebody on the right shoulder.
10-4, passing right shoulder.
The trooper made another attempt to execute a pit maneuver, but once again, the suspect managed to regain control of the vehicle and continued fleeing, showing no signs of stopping. Important to mention is that we do not support this kind of behavior, and you should only learn from the mistakes made in this clip.
Speed's 100, we're passing Little Mulberry.
10-4, speed's 100, passing Little Mulberry.
Okay, roll over, or correction, you got him pitted out. Pitted out.
10-4, fit it out, Little Mulberry.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
Trooper was able to conduct one more pit maneuver, which was successful this time. Troopers then exited their patrol cars, arresting both the driver and the passenger, who were taken into custody without further incident. On September 25, 24, at around 8 p.m., Trooper was notified that the Springdale Police Department was in pursuit of a motorcycle. As Trooper neared the location, it was clarified that the vehicle was actually a moped with speeds ranging from 10 to 20 miles per hour. The Springdale Police Department requested assistance from the Arkansas State Police, and upon arriving, Trooper became the primary unit in the pursuit. From the start, this chase was unlike any other, definitely not something you see every day. It's important to mention that we do not condone this kind of reckless behavior. Instead, we encourage you to learn from the mistakes made in this clip. Troopers successfully brought the moped to a stop, but the operator fled on foot for a short distance. He was quickly apprehended and taken into custody by Trooper Walker and Officer Jacob. 1st, 2025, Trooper Bird attempted to pull over a Chrysler 300. The driver initially pulled to the side, but seconds later hit the gas and fled, kicking off a high-speed pursuit.
237, we're taking Ron Carroll. Westbound Volume Carroll, with a black male with a tan hoodie. We were turning south on Shackelford. Come on, car. Speed's 80, light traffic, still southbound on Shackelford. That 28 is Arkansas Avenue on Charles, 134.
It didn't take long for Trooper Bird to catch up to the suspect, and he wasted no time attempting a pit.
He's an hour. LTVI, continuing southbound on Shackelford. Heading toward Orange right now. Shackelford, he's trying to duck into a neighborhood back here. Stop. Another penalty. Yeah, he tried to stop and brake check me multiple times. Got a black male running on foot up toward the church. Stop! You'll get tased! Stop!
After the suspect realized he couldn't shake Trooper Bird, he bailed out of the vehicle and tried to flee on foot. But Bird wasn't just quick behind the wheel, he is fast on foot too, catching the suspect after a short sprint. The suspect was hit with a long list of charges, including felony fleeing, possession of a controlled substance, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended license. It was December 20th, 2023. When Atlanta police responded to a shots-fired call, witnesses said a man in a gray Jeep Cherokee had stopped in front of a building and opened fire before fleeing. Miraculously, no one was hit. But the story didn't end there. As investigators were still processing shell casings on the ground, the suspect made the mistake of circling back toward the crime scene. Officers quickly picked him up and attempted a traffic stop. Instead, the driver released a passenger and took off, leading police on a high-speed pursuit.
$50-54, can you write supervisor? Mission to pick.
The black female out, she jumped up and down. She ain't got running to Jones Hall. I'm more smart police, they get it up.
Fisher, low energy, supervisor. We got it.
Copy.
The chase tore through Atlanta streets, with Burris weaving recklessly until he made a fatal mistake. As officers rushed forward, the real danger revealed itself. 3 young children were inside the vehicle the entire time, and officers on the scene were left in shock. The kids were quickly moved to safety and treated for complaints of pain, while Burris still resisted from behind the wheel.
Oof. Oh my God. Here, come on.
What location?
Say where I am. 955 Thompson. I'm like, come on. I want my mommy. Come on. You're okay. You're okay.
Get out the car.
Come on, let's go. Listen, I got you. Hey man, listen. Bring your body. Hey, hold on. Let's pull this over. Let's go.
I got you.
Stand by. Come on. Get on the ground. Down on the ground. On the ground. Get him secured. Please. I give up. Come on.
The driver was identified as 39-year-old William Burris, a convicted felon with 37 prior arrest cycles. He now faces a staggering list of charges, including kidnapping, cruelty to children, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.